Hey guys, it's John.
And Kimmy.
And welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Part 14, the second class trial.
That's right, let's do this.
Let's go.
So excited.
It's gonna be a long one, so once again, no video tomorrow for Danganronpa 2.
No, let me go! Help me! He's gonna do something crazy to me! I'll be ruined!
Why you?
Hey! Nah, I gotta get back into Monokuma mode.
Hey! Shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita!
Stop it! Oh, stop! Hey, stop harassing little girls!
This is...
Oh.
What's going on?
Jeez. Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force.
Oh, wow.
But Hiyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson.
I guess it's a move.
Hey! If you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain!
Unbelievable.
Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off.
What? His anger changed its form!
I'm right here. Uh-huh.
This is super weird. Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you.
There's nowhere for me to run anyway. So, no matter what the ending, I have to accept it, right?
Yeah.
But still,
Bastard!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option.
Fuyuhiko, what does that mean?
Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good. Anyway, looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
See ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
I really wish he had like buffed Monokuma voice.
Oh, I know.
You know, where he's like, yeah.
I probably could have done. Yeah, I probably could have done that.
Oh no,
for him.
you're good.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit! If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
So it begins. The beginning of the end.
Such a goober.
Now then, let's keep our spirits high so we can one day find that shining hope.
All right.
That's right. I can only... Moving forward is the only option. So let's go.
Let's do this.
I would talk to them, but this is already going to be a long video, so...
Yeah. And they're all gonna just be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I can't believe one of our friends killed another one of our friends.
Yeah. Eek! No matter how many times I see it, it's such bad taste. The worst, the lowest, most brutal taste.
Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock.
I wish it would have us like right up it, you know, into his mouth.
Yeah, it would show them getting on one by one. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a rotten fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. It's a long time to not breathe. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs, and after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened.
I was hoping he just fell.
And then it stopped altogether. Boop. Yeah, he just tosses himself out the elevator. Aim! Defeat the boring routine! So I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
Impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is. To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate. Really? What is your true intention?
No.
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway.
Kill time?
To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts! It's starting. The class trial is starting.
It's happening.
Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is among us? I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but regardless, we need to find that answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not,
The boy's right.
because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there's no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun.
Thank goodness he's not like...
Like Makoto.
Deadly this, deadly that, deadly everything.
Deadly deception, a deadly class trial. I don't know if we even have any others. Nah.
Are we equipped with everything?
Yeah, everything that we have access to anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get moving.
Let's do this!
Class trial, and now we get to relax.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
I love that she's hanging again.
I know.
She's just like, oh no.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
I also like when Monami has something to say she vibrates.
Yeah.
What? Who cares about that game?
I do
The outcome
miss...
of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
I do miss their faces vibrating.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
corner.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like-
they don't really do that anymore, do they?
No, I like that.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
What if?
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Oh, yeah, they do it still.
Yay!
What were you gonna say?
What if Twilight Syndrome murder case really, truly is a non-fiction game?
What do you mean?
Like in real life?
Oh, I don't know.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A is probably...
Girl A.
She's the one that Girl B was bullying all the time.
Right, so wouldn't that be Hiyoko?
No.
Because she bullies her all the time.
No, Girl B could be Hiyoko. But who does Hiyoko always
Oh,
bully?
right. No. Mikan.
Yeah.
I got them confused.
Yeah, this part's confusing because it's...
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Because, like, you're just like, wait, which one was Girl C again? You know?
Yeah, because I remember Girl B is the little one who is Hiyoko, and
Yeah.
I always think that Mikan, I get their names mixed up for some reason.
That's okay.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Oh my god.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was...
Girl B!
I see! Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique.
Ibuki!
I see! Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Alright.
Cunt. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Oh, you're just like, cunt.
Well, that's what she said. Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them.
My hero!
I see! Girl D is my hero. The victim in this case.
Yeah,
Man, I
that's
messed
correct.
up these
Let's
voices.
skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F.
Fuyuhiko.
I see! Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true, I have a hunch, but
It's the dead sister.
to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice is probably because...
Had a little sister.
I can prove it with this! In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Hmm? What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
Oh.
I don't really want to say it myself, but I needed to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
The high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see! The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
Not just
So
his
if the
tone.
only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
What'd you say?
I said it's not just his tone. He literally says, "What did Girl E do to my little sister?"
Yeah.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
Uh-oh.
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh?
Which means that the note is false because he doesn't realize his sister is actually dead.
The note is false.
The note that says, "What you did to my little sister."
Oh.
Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't get that reference if it's a reference.
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
What's happening right now?
No one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game.
Because she was the killer. No, I thought Girl D was the killer. Yeah, so she interfered with the murder. No.
Oh. Girl E interfered with the first high school girl's murder. That's why she was killed.
I see. That's the first I've heard of this.
It's the first I've heard it too.
Crap!
That's me, I fooled myself in front of everyone.
Oh no!
She was the killer.
Okay.
See!
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound.
Look at Teru's ex.
Oh yeah, it's a knife and fork. Yeah, the X's are different in this one for
I didn't
each
realize
person that dies.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Byakuya just got a plain one though.
Yeah,
Girl E was
probably
in
from the
front of
first
the
game.
music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
Hang on a sec.
That seems like a stretch of a thing.
Okay, sorry.
You're okay.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Wait, hold on. Which one is Misato?
Girl E.
No. Which person in here? I don't know them by their last
No
names.
one.
So Misato's not a person.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, well, no, I'm just saying, like...
I can't remember at the moment.
Okay.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Oh no! Now it's truth bullet time.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
Oh.
No, that's wrong.
Boom.
Boom. Blew up your theory, Nekomaru.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting!
My God!
Disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
It's not completely unconventional.
What do you think it was?
The bat.
No. No. That's what the girl who died at the beginning of the game was killed with, the bat.
Oh. Oh.
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it.
Oh wait, no, the bat is what Girl E was killed with, sorry.
Yeah. And we're trying to figure out
the weapon for the Kuzuryu sister.
Okay.
The one that they found in the music room.
She has a normal X too. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess they don't do it for everyone, but for some they do. Maybe the killers they do. I don't know. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and the non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. Yeah. It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gundam. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. We didn't really need to read all that.
The swimsuit, yeah.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Whoa.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
That's a terrible way to die.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, It'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy.
I see!
Monokuma!
It was Monokuma.
It should have been Guy F.
But it wasn't.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What?
It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder.
The metal bat, right?
Yep.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just gonna go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What did you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Yeah, Pecco.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up for Yuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
That was a good callback.
I know. Okay.
I think.
What
Okay,
are you
yeah.
saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hiyoko? Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house!
No, that's wrong.
Yes, you did.
You sure did. We all saw you leave, too.
You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
Well, we have a couple of things to say you
These
were.
footprints in the sand in front of the beach house. Aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange.
Here are all the footprints I made.
collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
I'd be so mad.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was seen against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you
Why is she so
finally
happy?
decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm
Good
lying,
one.
prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Except we saw you crying from the scene.
Yeah. Eyewitness account. But I think we're going to be using the letter here that she wrote.
Yeah.
I did go to the beach house.
It had a time on it.
Only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
I think it was when I even saw her.
I think it's... Oh, never even saw her. Oh, I was going to do it on the...
I did go to the beach house,
Let's see.
but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet
I thought
up
it was
with Mahiru
morning walk.
at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
Yeah, I think it's only on her morning walk. That we need to hit.
I did go to the beach house,
This
but
letter?
only during my morning walk.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Because that doesn't line up with the letter she sent Mahiru.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Sayanji.
Sayanji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
Very entertaining.
Thank you.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further.
Yeah.
Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
The only place I can think of where Hiyoko is hiding is probably that place, right?
The closet.
You gotta select the spot. I mean,
Here.
sometimes. Whoa!
The place where Hiyoko was
Holy!
hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's
Make it
right.
stop!
The gummy candy
Make
we
this
found on the
stop!
Fuck, where'd it go?
It went on the other side.
Oh
There's
my
a
god.
Giant.
You guys didn't see it, but.
There was a big cockroach
Okay.
that crawled across the screen. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where is it?
It went on the other side. It should be like here somewhere.
see it.
You don't see it?
No,
Okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
see it. It's gone.
Oh god, no.
Oh. I think it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
It's on the ground?
It's on the ground.
Oh, I see it. Get it. Get it, John.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh!
God. Did you get it?
No, I didn't. It ran around the other side.
Okay, hold on. Give it to me. Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoy this. Oh, it's under your fan!
Ah, no, don't spray the fan! Don't spray the fan! It's running right now.
It's running up the fan.
Well,
What do I do?
get it off the fan.
Oh! I touched it and it
Ah,
still
it's
didn't
on
fall.
It's right there.
It's on the can!
It's on the can! Ah, it's getting right there!
I totally got it. Yeah!
Get it.
Die!
Spray it more.
No, I already did. I got it twice. There you go. Die faster. I don't want you to suffer. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but you're
That's-
gross.
Whew.
Oh my god. I bet that's the one you saw earlier.
It is.
It better be. I'm gonna have a fucking fit. What is that? What is that down there?
What is what?
It's part of your chair. It's fine.
Was another one?
No, it's part of your chair.
Okay, I'll take that now.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
Okay, we're back. We need to compose ourselves.
Oh my god.
Whew. And you guys might not even believe us because it didn't crawl across the webcam or anything. I wanted it to crawl across the webcam.
I wish it had.
That would have been so funny.
It went right behind the webcam.
It went right behind it. It looked like it was thinking about it, and then it went right behind.
That would have been amazing.
Right. Okay. So.
Oh my god.
To recap what we were just doing, we pointed out the specific place where Hiyoko hid, the closet.
Right.
And Paco's bringing up the gummy candy right now.
So we also went back and watched the footage of ourselves freaking out, and I completely lost it. I started crying. I was laughing so hard. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do this. Oh. Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
Yoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
All right.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her
Like a familiar?
chance, she attacked her like an evil
It's
spirit
a pet
and
in an
left the beach
RPG.
house like a swift wind.
It's like a pet in an RPG that also is in your party that attacks.
Gotcha.
And defends you and stuff.
Gotcha.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange.
She has no motive.
Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
It looks like everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay?
I shall
What
render
were the
my
other
verdict
bullets?
upon this Hiyoko is
Huh?
the
What
sinner
are the other
who killed
bullets?
Mahiru!
I think
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
I think I know which one it is though.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. No, that's wrong.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
Hey!
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
Can that not be melon?
Huh?
Usually they're lighter.
The gummy is yellow? And it's no mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch!
Not little bunny
you think you're in the clear
foo-foo.
just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet. We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence.
Yeah.
And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last
Oh, wait.
ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road.
Shit.
Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
Whoa. Careful, girl.
That's wrong! I left those footprints during my morning walk!
Okay. I gotta figure out what's right and what's wrong.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge...
You're talking about the
There's
footprints.
still a huge piece
We
of
can
evidence.
thank Ma-
What does that mean?
Here we go.
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and
What? Oh, it was
No,
on the
that's
white
wrong.
part.
You're like, come on.
I was like, no, this is right.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death? According to my autopsy, yes. There's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry. Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer, after all.
Seriously! That's not true!
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me!
I love the interjections.
We haven't decided that yet!
Can I say something? I'm starting to think it's Peko.
You think it's Peko?
It's either Peko or Sonya.
Why do you think it's Peko?
Because,
I know why you think it's Sonya.
right. It could be Peko because whenever we were looking at the window, Akane said something about only a ninja being able to get up there without someone else.
Mm-hmm.
She also went swimming and came to the place with her. Wasn't she wearing a backpack? No, that was Chiaki. But she had been swimming, so it would have been real easy for her to kill.
Wash off the blood.
In the ocean.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't. Oh. Well, we'll see.
I just want to say it out loud in case I'm right.
Okay.
Why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
And she also was surprised whenever they're like, there's no lemon ones in the brand that gummies.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, what?
Well, it blew up her argument.
Right.
I don't really know what it wants me to do here.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her bot. Hyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, just the fact that Hyoko was at the can be proven by the footprint. Did you get all that, you bastard?
We're gonna have to redo that. Fuyuhiko hasn't thoroughly investigated the crime scene at the beach house. And I need to tell him he's wrong by using that piece of evidence.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off. The fact that Hyoko was at the
Oh, wait, what?
can be proven by the foot. Did you get all that, you bastard?
I think you were right with iron barred window.
No. Hang on.
Damn it! If Mahiru did
hang on.
it, then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hyoko moved the body,
No, we've got the right one. Shower
then
room.
she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Because it was out of order.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
No, because she can't untie
Right.
her thing.
Hyoko took off her clothes before committing murder. No, that should be impossible.
She can't get undressed by herself.
She can't get dressed by herself. She can get undressed.
No, because Mahiru had to help her untie the knot.
She had to help her tie the knot.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she had to help her untie it, and that's why she was staying in her thing.
I see.
Oh, you're right.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hyoko mentioned this before.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which means Hyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell, and it only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Duh. Oh, that's a good point.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve. All
Plus-
right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
Oh my god. Also, Mikan helped her clean up and, like, cleaned her wound, so she would have found physical evidence of there to be blood on her.
What do you mean? Like,
To say that, like, she was bleeding, it was her blood.
oh, okay.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her! Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die! I'm sorry for being pig barf!
Oh my god.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier... Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but...
Were you checking to make sure it was dead?
Yes. It's still dead.
Yeah, it hasn't.
It's
It's not a zombie roach yet.
No.
Around noon,
make sure.
there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru Koizumi.
Got a new truth bullet.
And
I
that's
saw
the
this
same
letter
exact
and
letter.
went to the beach house at that
Except for the
time.
The letter that Hyoko had, doesn't it clearly contradict that other evidence?
It sure does.
Where? Letter on Mahiru.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
You don't have to read it again.
Yeah.
It says the same thing, but
Except for
this one
2:30.
says 2:30.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it. But for both letters to say the same thing?
Yep.
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge?
Both of them.
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, Let's try not to see each other for a while.
In this part.
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but...
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer.
That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Oh my god.
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
Alright.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you. You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Doesn't
Your
even make
stance
sense.
is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey. What? He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
The bitter truth? That might be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive.
Intermission. So we're about halfway through.
Suspend.
Well now.
Now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now.
Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is?
If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair.
You can't! That's seriously a big no-no!
But spoiling it right now is so innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation.
Who's the club president?
So, without further ado, the answer is...
Yeah, you can't! Everyone please close your eyes and cover your ears!
Correct. You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me.
Nano? Nani?
Oh, please don't.
How
All
many
right.
empty spots are there?
There's a ton.
I'm Mon Ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything! How annoying! But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
So who's your prime suspect right now?
Still Sonia,
Ow.
but are you okay?
Yeah, I hit my heel on the rolling chair.
It's Sonia or Peko.
Okay.
If the
I was
killer
about to ask you.
luring Hyoko into
So you don't
a
think it's
trap,
Fuyuhiko at all?
then something
No.
that was used there might be a clue.
Or anyone else?
I mean, I guess it could have been Fuyuhiko, but no. Am I off
Do you
base?
mean the letters?
No, I'm just wondering.
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a
no.
new game. Is that what you're thinking? Is this Nagito? The person doing the instructions? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions.
Ugh, these are called logic dives, and they're such a pain.
It's called the Logic Dive.
I hate these things.
During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key. Press the right mouse button to brake and the left mouse button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course. So make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct.
So we don't have to read the rest of it. Basically, there's gonna be 3 different branching paths, of different possibilities for what could have happened, and we just gotta go the right one. So.
What happens if you don't?
You will lose.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
She's right. This might be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. All right, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna logic dive.
You can do it, John.
This one shouldn't be too bad. It's gonna take a while though.
Alright, here we go. Before Hiyoko arrived, after she arrived. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Before.
Yeah. So that one was right.
Yep. Good job, sweetie. Here we go. Question 2. Nope, that wasn't the question thing?
They like to make us do little things in between.
When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hiyoko left. Before?
Oh yeah, it was after, sorry. That's what I meant to do.
It was after she left, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Such a weird little mini game.
Yeah.
Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hiyoko was unconscious? In the beach house.
Cool. So that's logic dive. That's the easiest one.
Oh, wow.
So.
It's all coming together.
Constructed a little timeline there. Oh no.
What?
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh, they saw it. They saw it.
Thank you for not being rude about it, guys.
I think part of the green screen was showing in the corner.
Okay.
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Shut up, Hiyoko. We fucking cleared your ass.
Yeah,
Did
you're
I
welcome.
just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Maybe there
Personality
is.
got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding. The place where Hiyoko hasn't looked is...
The shower room. Oh, maybe in the drink cooler?
In the what?
Nothing.
In the what?
The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
Sorry, do you mind if I just pick the right answer?
It's fine. I was just trying to gauge.
Oh, okay.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
Okay, I'll try to be a little slower about it. Sorry.
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
Oh, in
But
the
could
case?
two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
If the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place for the dance,
It's the case.
I can only think of one place. That's right. The place where the killer was hiding outside the closet was...
Okay, so you want to say the case?
Yeah.
Here!
You got it.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, They were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
That's a good one.
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
I was thinking that they were hiding either like just outside the barred window, like on the roof or something. But then they wouldn't have been able to watch her.
And that they would be able to have been seen also from the outside.
Right.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, it gets brought up.
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
So Hiyoko was
went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any
There they are.
further, there's something we have to
Oh,
make
the
clear.
devils. They're so
The killer
sweet.
blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the left mouse button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it in that position, you'll be able to memorize
We
it.
don't have to read this. Basically, it's just like in the first game,
It's just
where you
memorization.
memorize someone's statement and you can use it to contradict the other person, their other statement.
Then
Okay.
go through it.
Okay. Bye. Yeah. You talk way too much. Yeah. Ooh, this is the only time we've gotten 1 truth bullet.
Oh.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? so washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Could use the ocean.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
In the ocean.
If I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction. Okay, so I think I know what we gotta do.
What did the killer do?
We gotta
with
use
the blood
other
on
than
their
the shower on would have been impossible.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the so washing it off.
They didn't have to.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
Other than the shower.
There we go.
What did they do with the blood?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Okay.
All you're doing here is stealing other people's
with the blood on their
opinions.
body?
I know. That's why I don't like it.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Yeah, that
No,
was right.
that's wrong.
Cool.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower.
Oh, like all the
Like
bottled water?
Something other than the shower that we should just wash off the blood.
The
It's
sea?
possible it was.
Or the drinks inside the refrigerator.
What do you think?
The drinks.
I see.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, then, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
I love rebuttal showdowns.
Trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking about one bottled drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Wow. I want a sword fight with
Can't assume
Pecco.
they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Allow me to cut through those words.
He's such
There
a
were
ham.
water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that had splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person.
So we're already selecting? Wow. Pecco.
We're nowhere near close done with the trial yet. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
There's some more to come.
Good.
Peko, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Who could forget that appearance, am I right?
Right?
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
But there was no place wet where she would have drenched herself there, you know?
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier? You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening.
That small window in the shower room.
I see.
Good job.
Thank you.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Yeah, littering's not allowed.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No! Please don't be violent!
Oh my god.
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window.
Their body.
What do you think it is?
It might be her bamboo swords. Oh, look at that bamboo sword.
Well, freaking time.
There it is. Good job. You're so good at this game.
Got it.
Thanks.
Pecco.
Hangman's
carry that bamboo
Hangman's
sword on your
Gambit
back at all times,
improved or
right?
whatever fucking sucks, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Anyone who defends it. I just did that masterfully. Still think it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's not great. It's really
Just want to throw
lame.
it out there. Some people defend it. I don't see it.
Well, that's great for you. We don't like it.
If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Yeah, how? She doesn't have a strap.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Pecco used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a
What
bamboo
did she
sword,
say?
but
Just like a
I'm sure a
Japanese
slender girl
ninja.
like Pecco could
You
easily
wait.
use it to climb.
Thank you.
Well, Pecco, you have anything to say?
Now then, the time has come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. From this
Okay,
point on, you'll
it's-
be able to use fever time by pressing the space key during PTA.
It's the same thing as the first game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's nega time?
That's what they can use, where you can't see
Oh,
when the
negative.
prompts are.
Got it.
Yeah. So,
Negative.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you...
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! This is the end!
If she used her bamboo sword as a stepstone, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a stepstool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
No, you just back off.
Is it true? Did you really kill
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko is the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
Yeah, I don't get her motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Don't tell me she's sparkling justice.
Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze.
Just
and
wait.
People's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star
You can
of
stop
justice
that. Just wait.
shines in the
Just
night
wait for the
sky.
trial to be over, please.
That would be me.
Oh my god.
Sparkling
What is this?
Justice!
They've
Now
done that
then,
before.
Let's execute justice!
What?
What? What the fuck?
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped!
Blah, 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 blah.
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice.
Yeah.
Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Peko is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking?
This again?
I know.
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. On the morning of the incident, Mahiru met... Oh wait, we don't necessarily have these yet.
Right. So she's talking with...
Oh wait, no, that's what...
the picture.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. In order to lure Mahiru... So that's them reading the... Or that's the killer placing...
Or writing
the letters. Yeah, or writing them, yeah.
Yeah, it's them writing it.
The first one to arrive at the beach house was Yoko.
No, she's waking up there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The next one, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay. What did the killer next to the body? The gummy.
Mm-hmm.
Wash off the blood. Where should I hide? Inside the surfboard case. Oh. Hang on. Sorry.
I do that all the time. The surfboard case. Yeah.
Inside the surfboard case.
Alright. I think I would move over. Yeah, and then she wakes up. She sees her dead, she freaks out.
Okay, there we go.
Alright.
So now we got footprints in the sand. Okay. Let's just start again.
Okay. None of them.
Mikon arrives at the beach house? That's not right.
She's the one who made the discovery though, right?
Mikan?
Or was it a...
No, it was
No.
Kazuichi.
It was Kazuichi, you're right.
Okay, let's see. Well, the killer next to the body.
No.
Lemon flavored.
The mask.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
No. I
Ah.
know, I said that really weirdly. Think.
Okay. Hiyoko left a big piece of evidence. Oh, wait, no. The footprints.
Yeah.
And then in the closet after Hiyoko ran away, replaced the gun. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Made a promise. Yeah.
Okay, so we got that one finally. This one, we still don't have that yet. First one to arrive at the beach house was Hiyoko.
Yeah. I'm glad they have little things that say what the picture is.
I know, it's so nice. It is so much better than the first game. It's gonna wash off all the blood.
Yeah, plastic water
bottles. Okay, last stock. So this should.
All right.
Okay,
Yep.
the killer forged 2 letters, right?
Yep.
We
And
got all
then-
those. We got all those.
And then here.
To retrieve the bamboo sword. Tie the bamboo sword to the sword bag.
Yeah.
Here's everything that happened in
Okay,
this
here we go.
case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Fucked it up.
Totally
into
trusted that
dancing.
letter. Showed up at the beach
I'll just
house
have it on
at 2
auto.
p.m.,
There we
just
go.
like it
Yeah.
said.
Auto takes a little bit longer.
Yeah,
and
it
was
does.
drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house.
Aw, poor Mahiru.
She was completely unaware.
Oh, now
that
you're
she'd
saying
been
poor
targeted
Mahiru.
for murder.
Like I said before, I don't wish anyone to get killed at any point.
Approaching her from behind.
When it happened, you went.
Yes! Mahiru with a specific weapon.
Yes! I don't wish her to happen, but I'm not upset when it does.
The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
I mean, I don't really like Mahiru either, so
The
I don't
bat
know why
was
I'm
brought down
defending
onto
her.
the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath.
Sorry, girl.
According to
Thunk.
Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume
This
they
still
carried
doesn't
the
make
bottles to
sense
the
to
shower
me.
room before the sequence of events
Why?
had happened.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Why did Fuyuhiko say that he saw her swimming?
Well, we're not done with the trial yet.
Okay, I'm just saying this is closing arguments, and I'm just saying it doesn't make sense.
Well, we're not done yet.
Go ahead.
You will not be disappointed, okay?
I hope not.
In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they were able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Onakuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
So it was her.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
I see. So that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Pecco. Did you catch it? I might have gone a little too fast.
Her nationality, right?
Yep.
I see. That's right. According to what Sonia said.
Sorry.
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
If she had a translator, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?!
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh? Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The proof that there was one more person at the scene of the crime.
The body discovery announcement.
I see.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
Yes!
It doesn't include the killer.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
It would have to be Fuyuhiko. Because it's his sister.
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No. The events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too. It's the, ending prize.
Yeah.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize. It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool.
I wish they would turn her
up.
up.
For killing Mahiru.
Huh?
No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill.
I wish they would turn her up.
I know.
She's the softest.
She's so soft, right? And I even have the music way down and the voice acting at max in this game.
I know, I saw.
Yeah.
I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely
But if
insane!
she killed her, she's the murderer. Even if the plan was for Yukiko's.
They'll talk about it.
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
We did so well.
Good job. A
We got an A. We got
lot of coins.
A for our coins. Yay.
Good job. What's it about?
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What? What? I thought they're gonna play like a actual commercial. Not an actual, but you know what I mean.
I was about to read.
Oh! Sorry.
I thought we were gonna play a commercial.
I thought they were gonna play a real commercial. Like, I'm really shocked
really
that they
confusing. I shouldn't say
play
it like
a
that.
real commercial.
I was expecting
you
a
should
real
play
commercial.
A real commercial when you post this video.
Okay. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating. Hey! There's no need to hesitate. No matter how you look at it, Pecco's the killer.
Why?
Hey!
Why? Well, it's obvious. You're not a tool, you're a friggin' human being.
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. But if that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
You just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself.
Only exists to be tools?
Hey, what does she mean for you, Hiko?
Pecco and I grew up together.
Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
No, it is completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
Wow.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his soul.
I know. She's got to start as a baby.
That is my only reason for living.
That's amazing. Also, this is really sad.
Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost.
That's called abuse and brainwashing.
Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
Huh? I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all.
What?
Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. It is still dead. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool.
Then the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you. It was... Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
Damn it, I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So...
Yeah. I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it.
You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this.
Aww.
Sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my!
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine.
It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh? You sound pretty serious.
Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me.
But
if I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you.
No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway.
It's fine.
Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
oh,
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation.
I should have gone too!
But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
Hey.
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the? Seriously, what the heck?
An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here,
Damn it!
I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so,
My young master thought of a plan and executed it.
I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge. Clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister.
that is...
So that is why you killed Mahiru with the bat?
But still, I believed her up until the last minute. That the game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch.
Hey,
if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
But the fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate. But
Why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez. Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, then all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I had under the bench. But at that moment...
Young Master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Young Master, I am finished.
What?
Are you saying that you killed because you were ordered to?
A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all!
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand, and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet.
That was weird. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes?
So we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along.
That's right. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
So for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great!
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong. I have no hope. I am just...
A tool? Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey. Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth? Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young Master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that.
Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but... You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool.
Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way you'll still lose Peko, but...
Hey.
If you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young Master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master, that is impossible.
He loves her.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young Master!
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young Master!
Uh-oh.
Oh my! So this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
And here I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing! Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
And even if it was an act of desperation, Pecco's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Pecco, the tool with the heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Pecco, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But
I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master.
You have a kind heart, despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself. I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
then, why?
Even so,
I wanted
you to escape.
Just kidding. I wanted to protect you.
Pecco.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Goodbye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all, too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course.
Pecco? That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool, Pecco Peccoyama, who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it.
How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools.
You did say that.
Then let's begin! The punishment time brimming with despair!
jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Pecco Peccoyama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Pecco. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master? Young Master!
Oh. He was in love with her. Pecco. Oh, she's a puppet. Interesting. Oh no! So they were both killed?
Kazuichi.
Just always screaming.
I love seeing that face.
I
It's
know.
just so.
That is impossible. This cannot be. Even for you, Hiko.
Oh, this is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily. Falling like dominoes.
You bastard! What is this? This can't be. This is alive, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
Pekka!
Yeah, I don't like being loud.
I know.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me.
Damn it.
It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh. You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Are you pissed that two of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's going to be all right. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth.
Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him.
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know?
Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive!
You serious?
Oh, are you serious? Do it.
Fuyuhiko! Thanks.
Beautiful.
That's about as loud as I'm gonna be.
They're running. It sounded like clapping for you.
Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
Sad.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Oh, just
Can't
kill him
you-
faster.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Oh no.
Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
You stupid brother!
Oh, what are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him!
I don't believe it!
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong.
It's your duty to save him.
Duty?
Hey.
Because it's written in the school trip rules.
They alone will be executed.
If only the Blacken gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey.
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him.
What?
Really?
like...
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this.
Huh? Prepared?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood? You've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight.
Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it. It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps. He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened.
Then, all we can do is wait.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know? However, we must put that aside since Pekko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There's no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stir like him ain't around.
I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice.
Sorry, I was just imagining him standing in that room, like, while everyone was talking to me, like, Fuyuhiko!
And so, the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. "15 days left, wow.
Uh-oh.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair. And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
That was interesting.
What? And
Interesting little aside there. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. Ooh, I'm greening out.
We got our bamboo sword bag. Oh, Black Dragon Blade is what it's called.
Oh no.
So.
Hoy vey. Let's
So now.
stop there.
Time to podcast.
Let's podcast.
Okay, let's take these off.
Oh yeah,
So,
we don't need
so
this
you're not
on
shouting
anymore.
at me.
That's true. This has been a rough stream.
What? Hang on. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That was dramatic and weird.
The good thing I was holding on to it when it happened.
That's so weird.
Okay, so.
Are you okay? It didn't hurt you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's
wait.
just.
You're unplugged. That's okay. You don't need
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't need to hear.
Yeah.
So okay, so thoughts on the second class trial?
Okay, so the trial itself, I was not. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I think it was Belle. Not my favorite trial. I'll be honest.
Not mine either.
The ending is what made it.
Exactly. That's why I told you to.
Yeah.
Calm down, because.
Yeah.
You just needed to see how it ended.
Yeah.
Let's keep you in the frame.
Sorry.
Okay, that's good. That's
Rolling
good.
on carpet's really hard. Yeah. So, I wasn't a fan of the trial itself. I'm a little okay. So the reason I thought it was Sonia before is because of the wetsuit, obviously,
Yeah.
and I was thinking that she was girl.
Sparkling Justice.
Right, but
Girl,
I thought
you
she was like
Girl E or something?
Yeah, and that her last name, because her name was Sonia Nevermind.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
so
so
you thought
maybe
she was
she's-
Sonia Sato.
Right, exactly. And
Oh.
so she was actually lying this whole time and was
Yeah.
not a foreign exchange student at all.
I'll just go ahead and put this out there. The reason her name is Sonia Nevermind is because her entire character is a Nirvana reference. Nevermind is the name of their album.
Yes, yes.
With
I
Smells
see
Like
it
Teen
now.
Spirit on it.
Yes.
She's from the kingdom of Novoselic. The Nirvana's bass player, his last name is Novoselic.
Why is she based on Nirvana?
I don't know, but
That's
like
so
in the
random.
intro, it says in utero in the background.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, I don't.
All
I guess it's
right,
like
well,
her
that's
country's
cool.
seal or something. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's clearly an English localization decision, so I don't know if there's a reason for
Interesting.
that. But
I wonder
yeah,
if
so it
she's-
doesn't have an in-game purpose. Just
Okay, that's good to know.
yeah.
'Cause I was thinking like, never mind. So it's like she blew
No,
it off.
I thought that too.
Okay.
Like I was on that track for a while of like, well, never mind must be significant somehow.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it's Nirvana.
yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. That's
so
neat.
don't look too far into her last name.
All
so
right.
um,
that makes her so much less interesting now.
I'd like to recount my first experiences with the trial and the case after you've finished your thoughts on it.
That's basically it. Like, I like the twist of Peko being Fuhiko's like
Right.
hitman slave that his family gave him.
Yeah.
And I like the twist that he was actually in love with her.
Yeah.
And that she just could never see herself as like human for him, basically. I thought that was a really interesting twist. That's about it.
What did you think about the Twilight Syndrome game's relation to the case?
It was was interesting. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's a cool way to go about it, I guess. I'm glad
It
it's
was
only
kind
done
of cool.
once.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I just feel like it could have been a lot shorter. The segments with the game.
Yeah, those were a little long. But to be completely honest, whenever you told me that, sorry, my butt is all sorts of sore.
Okay.
When you told me that the game Twilight Murder or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still in. We're good.
Okay.
Was a real? Oh God, was a real game?
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then that was the end of the interest to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's an interesting way of like moving the story along and providing a motive, but I mean, it could have been done with the scrapbook. It could have been done with the yearbook. It could have been done with, you know, like a lot of other methods. And so I'm glad they chose a video game versus like a movie like they did last time.
Yes. A movie.
When they were like, it's not the same exact thing, but they're like, here's like your families and here's your motive
okay, yeah.
for the first case.
Okay.
The end.
So I don't think this is one of the better trials. I think it's probably one of the weakest ones in the second game. I figured out that Pekka was the killer like immediately, and it was because I say when I was stumped, and I'll say in later trials when I was definitely stumped. When she showed up wet, like I made a note of them all showing up. I was like, okay, Sonya was wearing a wetsuit, Pekka was wet, Akane had blood on her. Those are all kind of suspicious. And I was like, it's about time for the murder to take place because we've got the motive, we've had free time, you know.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I clicked on in the investigation was the trash can, and so that's probably why. And I was like, water bottles. Pekka was the killer. She washed out the blood with the water bottles. Like that's all I had to go off of, but that was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't start to suspect her until, because I really wanted Sonya to be it. Like I really wanted her to be like secret Sonya.
Yeah. No, I
Sato or whatever.
Before I saw the water bottles, I was like, the wetsuit is probably the most suspicious.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And since what's his face made such a big deal about her wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah, Kazuichi.
Yeah, and then and I like the idea of her mimicking Sparkling Justice. You know, like doing like a fangirl thing.
Yes.
With that. So it was interesting that Pekko did that, but not as a fangirl, just as like to throw them off. Which I'm glad it wasn't really Sparkling Justice. Also, it's a lame name for a
They don't recycle the same shit usually.
Yeah, they got close. They didn't do it.
Yeah, but they didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's the point. They didn't do it.
Yeah.
I do like that they have so many hints early on that Fuyuhiko and Pekko are connected somehow, because if you'll notice, Pekko's always like, oh, I saw Fuyuhiko outside the hotel earlier, when they're like, where was Fuyuhiko? Or she was like, I tried to get Fuyuhiko to come to the meeting in the morning, but he said he wouldn't come. Or Fuyuhiko kept being like, that annoying girl got me to come to the ancient ruins, you know, earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you think like, oh, he means Chiaki. But
Yeah.
he means Pekko.
Oh, yeah.
So I like that they hinted that early on, but you don't think anything of it.
Right. Because I figured she's kind of like the mother hen of the group, where she's just the one gathering
and
everyone.
they set that up too by she's like, I'll be the one to go check or guard the breaker and the Duralumin case in the first one. And like she's like this protector, you know. So it makes you just kind of write it off as like, okay, well.
Right. That's
And
just
she can
how
handle
is.
herself too, so it makes sense that she just goes off to talk to Fuyuhiko, because like if anything happens, she could kick his ass. Yeah. But yeah, so I like how they set it up. That made it a lot more like, when you find out, because my theory, I had a crazy ass theory where Hiyoko was Fuyuhiko's sister.
Hiyoko was, yeah. Okay.
But I had that before I had all the details. Once I had all the details, I was like, oh, that doesn't make any sense.
But that would have been really interesting.
Like before we saw the photos and the
Right.
Yeah. And I was like, oh no, that's his sister. Never mind. But yeah, so unfortunately, I had the case ruined for me a little bit.
Oh, is this the one?
No, this isn't the one. There's another case that it was another case of me just latching onto something and being like, that means that they're the killer. And I just happened to be right, but it ruined the entire setup. Because the entire time I was like, they're the killer, you know.
Yeah.
Like in this one, when I was playing the trial, I was like, it's Pecco. You know, I was still reading and following along with everything, but I was kind of impatient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I know it's Pecco. Let's just get to that. Find out why she did it. Is she sparkling justice? Why would they do that twice, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, overall, I think it's one of the weaker cases of the game. But it's still good. And it's good because of the end, like you said. It's good because it's a love story. And when Fuyuhiko got sliced, I wish I'd recorded my original reaction. I stood up in my chair and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was, because that never happened before.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting to see. It's like collateral execution.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. I also thought it was really interesting to see, to confront a situation in which they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
On the even though they weren't wrong, still that piece of doubt is like, because at the time I was thinking, oh my god, wait, we got it wrong.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
Everyone can't die. How are they gonna get out of this one? How's the gang gonna
How are they gonna survive this
this problem? But it does directly address, and I remember you bringing this up in the first game about a mastermind and a killer, and like who's the true killer, who's the accomplice, and they directly addressed it in this one. So. And
I like that Fuyuhiko ran out there of his own accord, almost like to rescue her, but also to like die with her.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to die with her. I think he wanted to stop the execution. Or like maybe he did think this, you know, it's not worth going on if she's not going to be there.
Yeah.
But he does live for now, so.
Which I was not expecting that. I thought he was going to be dead.
Because
I mean, how fitting is that for him to be killed by the love of his life, essentially, who was given to him as a tool, like that.
Yeah.
There's some weird like.
I think the whole like, I am a tool, not a legitimate human being thing is something that's kind of lost in translation. Because it doesn't quite make sense in English. It probably makes a lot more sense in Japanese, I'm sure.
Well, I'm thinking it's a lot of
this stuff. Like all these ideals, they're always talking about hope and despair and justice and these kind of abstract concepts like that. I think it makes probably more sense in the original language. Because in English, they're just saying like hope, 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 despair, 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 justice, 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 tool, tool, tool.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like looking at it. Hello, bear. Speaking of hope.
Our shining hope is Belle.
That's right. She's like, it is late. Why are you still awake? But I took it as like she was brainwashed by the family.
Yeah.
You know, and given to him because like she had a sword when she was a baby.
Yeah,
That's probably a very like American Western way of looking at it too.
Yeah. But overall, not a bad case. I'd say it's.
We're shaking. Do you feel that?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Can we wait until we're done with
Sorry, no, I thought it was a serious problem. Okay, go ahead.
We're not having an earthquake right now.
No, I know. Go ahead.
Okay, wow. All right, well, we're going to take tomorrow off of Danganronpa, so we'll be back on Friday or whatever.
Today is Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, yeah. No, we're skipping Thursday. We'll be back on Friday. That's what I'm saying.
Today is Wednesday. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
So that's when the next video will be.
Woohoo!
And we'll be starting chapter 3, which is an interesting chapter.
That'll be a good one.
So I'll be excited to see your reaction to it.
Yay! I'm excited.
But yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Until then, think critically.